Have you ever looked at someone and wondered what happened to them? Someone who used to shine brightly, full of life, full of potential, but now seems bitter, lost, or just stuck in place. Could it be bad luck, aging, or fate? Or could it be something much simpler? A set of invisible habits, repeated over time, that slowly corrode the foundation of a fulfilling life. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a deep exploration of the hidden habits that quietly erode your energy, your clarity, your relationships, and your sense of purpose. These habits don't destroy your life overnight. They don't show up with warning signs. They whisper, blend into your routine, and convince you they're normal. Until one day, you wake up wondering where your joy went. The scariest part, these are not habits of the weak. These are patterns that highly intelligent, capable, even spiritual people fall into, especially when they stop paying attention to their own inner life. So today is your wake-up call. We're going to uncover 10 silent life destroyers, and more importantly, we're going to talk about how to reverse them with clarity, compassion, and conscious choice. Let's begin. The first silent destroyer is procrastination disguised as perfectionism. You tell yourself, I'm just waiting for the right moment, or I'll start when it feels right. But days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and your dreams gather dust. The deeper truth is often fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of facing your own potential. The cure isn't to become fearless, it's to move with the fear, to start small, to allow messy beginnings. The second is emotional numbness. If throws pain at you, a breakup, betrayal, loss, and instead of processing it, you shut down. You tell yourself you're being strong. But strength without vulnerability is a cage. Emotional numbness might protect you in the short term, but it robs you of intimacy, creativity, and growth. Healing begins when you feel, not fix. The third habit is blaming others for your feelings. This one is tricky because it's so culturally normalized. They made me angry. They ruined my day. But the truth is, your emotional response is your own. Yes, people can trigger pain, but only you can choose how to respond. A habit of blame keeps you powerless. A habit of ownership sets you free. Fourth, consuming more than you create. This is one of the most overlooked causes of spiritual and emotional fatigue. You scroll, watch, listen, read, all good things. But when you consume without creating, you become a passive participant in your own life. You begin to feel empty, even if you're full of information. Creativity is not about talent. It's about expressing your truth through writing, movement, cooking, conversation. When you create, you reconnect with your aliveness. Fifth is seeking external validation as your compass. You post a picture and feel good only if it gets likes. You make a choice and feel secure only if others approve. This habit turns your inner life into a performance. It drains your authenticity. It makes you forget who you are without applause. A remedy is to ask yourself, would I still do this if no one noticed? If the answer is yes, that's your truth. The sixth habit is neglecting your body, not in extreme ways, but in the daily, unconscious acts of disrespect. Skipping rest, doing junk without awareness, forgetting to move. You tell yourself you're too busy, too tired, too focused on higher goals. But your body is not a burden. It's the vehicle through which your soul moves. Treat it with reverence, not obligation. Seventh, confusing distraction for relaxation. You finish work and immediately reach for your phone. You binge watch, binge scroll, binge anything, but never actually rest. Real rest is not escape. It's presence. It's breathing deeply, walking slowly, doing one thing with full attention. Without real rest, your mind stays in survival mode. You might be off the clock, but your nervous system never clocks out. Eighth is gossip and criticism. Talking about others to avoid talking about yourself. Judging others to avoid feeling your own insecurity. It feels harmless, even entertaining. But over time, it poisons your perception. It makes you cynical, distrustful. Practice speaking of others as if they were listening. You'll not only speak more kindly, you'll think more kindly. 9th, resisting change. You stay in the job that kills your spirit, a relationship that shrinks your soul, identity that no longer fits, because it's familiar. Because it's not that bad. Because change is scary. Our comfort zones are not safe. Are silent killers. Growth lives on the other side of discomfort. Not reckless change, but conscious evolution. Hence, living without reflection. You wake up, go through the motions, go to sleep, weeks pass, months pass, you survive, but never check in. Ever ask, is this the life I want? Is this thought mine? Is this path true? Without reflection, you drift, react, you forget. With reflection, even just 10 minutes a day, you realign, you remember. Let me tell you about Marcus. At Forks 2, he had everything society said should make him happy. A solid job, a beautiful family, a comfortable home. But inside, he was dying. Dramatically, quietly. He couldn't feel joy, couldn't feel presence. He kept busy, productive, distracted, until one day, his son asked him, Dad, why don't you smile anymore? That question cracked something open. Marcus realized he had been sleepwalking. Not because of tragedy, but because of these very habits. He began to make small changes. 10 minutes of silence in the morning. Daily walks, saying no when he meant it. Writing 1 page a day just for himself. Not for a blog, not for a book, just to hear his own voice again. Year later, he didn't look radically different. But he was alive again, present, grateful, wake. You don't have to change everything at once. You don't have to quit your job, move to a monastery, or throw away your phone. You just have to notice. Again, replace one unconscious habit with a conscious one. Not to improve yourself, but to come back to yourself. Because life doesn't unravel in disasters. It unravels in the habits we ignore. But life also doesn't heal in miracles. It heals in the habits we honor. So, what habit is silently destroying your peace right now? What truth are you ready to face? What small act of courage can you take today? Not to become someone else, but to return to who you truly are. Thank you for watching this video. If any part of this message touched you, take a moment to reflect and share in the comments. What habit are you letting go of? What conscious choice are you making? Your story might be the mirror someone else needs. Like, subscribe, and support the channel if you'd like to help us continue creating content that awakens, heals, and empowers. Until next time, stay aware, stay grounded, and stay committed to the habits that honor your soul.
Before you leave, here's something special. In Buddhism, we believe that every encounter carries a deeper meaning. Would you like to discover your true soul connection, the one written into your destiny? Take the soulmate test today and unveil the hidden truths of your journey. Click the link below and begin your path now.
http://soulmate. You wisdom more, come, white.